When you picture mountain climbers scaling Mount Everest, what probably comes to mind are teams of climbers with Sherpa guides leading them to the summit, equipped with oxygen masks, supplies and tents. And in most cases you'd be right, as 97% of climbers use oxygen to ascend to Everest's summit at 8,850 meters above sea level. The thin air at high altitudes makes most people breathless at 3,500 meters, and the vast majority of climbers use oxygen past 7,000 meters. A typical climbing group will have 8 to 15 people in it, with an almost equal number of guides, and they'll spend weeks to get to the top after reaching base camp. But ultra-distance and mountain runner Kilian Jornet ascended the mountain in May 2017 alone, without an oxygen mask or fixed ropes for climbing. Oh, and he did it in 26 hours. With food poisoning. And then, 5 days later, he did it again, this time in only 17 hours. Born in 1987, Kilian has been training for Everest his whole life. And that really does mean his whole life, as he grew up 2,000 meters above sea level in the Pyrenees in the ski resort of Les de Cerdanya in Catalonia, northeastern Spain. While other children his age were learning to walk, Kilian was on skis. At 1.5 years old he did a 5-hour hike with his mother, entirely under his own steam. He left his peers even further behind when he climbed his first mountain, and competed in his first cross-country ski race at age 3. By age 7, he had scaled a 4,000 and at 10, he did a 42-day crossing of the Pyrenees. He was 13 when he says he started to take it seriously, and trained with the Ski Mountaineering Technical Center, CTEMC, in Catalonia, entering competitions and working with a coach. At 18, he took over his own ski mountaineering and trail running training, with a schedule that only allows a couple of weeks of rest a year. He does as many as 1,140 hours of endurance training a year, plus strength training and technical workouts, as well as specific training in the week before a race. For his record-breaking ascent and descent of the Matterhorn, he prepared by climbing the mountain 10 times until he knew every detail of it, even including where the sun would be shining at every part of the day. Sleeping only 7 hours a night, Kilian Jornet seems almost superhuman. His resting heartbeat is extremely low at 33 beats per minute, compared with the average man's 60 per minute, or an athlete's 40 per minute. He breathes more efficiently than average people too, taking in more oxygen per breath, and he has a much faster recovery time after exercise, as his body quickly breaks down lactic acid, the acid in muscles that causes pain after exercise. All this is thanks to his childhood in the mountains and to genetics, but it is his mental strength that sets him apart. He often sets himself challenges to see how long he can endure difficult conditions in order to truly understand what his body and mind can cope with. For example, he almost gave himself kidney failure after only drinking 3.5 liters of water on a 100 kilometers run in temperatures of around 40 degrees Celsius. It would take a book to list all the races and awards he's won and the mountains he's climbed. And even here, Kilian's achievements exceed the average person as, somehow, he finds time to record his career on his blog and has written 3 books, Run or Die, The Invisible Border and Summits of My Life.